I'm the big-time wrestling heavyweight champion, Lex Armstrong.
I'm the connected
Here.
Rusev Day every day?
It's Rusev Day every day.
Exactly.
And you're watching the Wrestling Kennection.
And you're watching Wrestling Connection?
And watch the Wrestling Kennection. You're watching the Wrestling Kennection.
I hear that women gain immortality from looking at feet of babies.
What? Say.
Be connected, get connected, and stay connected, brothers.
Allison.
Hello, Allison, and welcome to the Be Connected, Get Connected, Stay Connected.
Let's get the big. Oh, of course, we have the official present.
Connected, be evil, or die.
Moving on.
Be connected, get connected, stay connected.
Welcome to the most must-see show to ever hit the Bedford TV airwaves, or any airwaves for that matter. North, south, east, west, backwards, frontwards, diagonally, sideways, any which way you look at it, all around the world. The Wrestling Kennection.
Sounds pretty good. Sounds like old times.
Whew, I got a shiver. But yes. It is us, it is I, it is your connection to the wrestling world, the encyclopedia of professional wrestling, and so many other monikers that you will be hearing from me that I've come up with in my time off, in my long-winded sabbatical. I am here with my good friends. I'm here with my long-standing erstwhile co-host, Dan.
This is your prize fighter of the Wrestling Connection, your dragon who had the gold, your member of the ever-growing Team Kaufman. Dan Kaufman is here as well. Glad to be back after 5 years sabbatical.
It's
been a minute.
It's been a minute, and then some.
And we also got with us
the wrestling technician, James.
Wrestling technician James is here with us as well.
Yeah. So you see, we have been on sabbatical. Myself actually longer, because I departed the show I think like 2018. You
2019.
2019. Sorry,
Yes.
2019. 2019.
The last show was the slap that heard round world.
Right, because I was going off full time at DHL. Bedford TV didn't have weekend hours available, so the die was kind of cast. It was more of a ignominious departure for me. No grandeur, no like, no sob stories, no fond farewells. Just basically, I just kind of stepped away.
I would say it was probably the show's first real storyline feud per se. We tried doing what we could.
Well,
we had
we tried.
We had the heel and babyface, and
We had the ceiling.
It just didn't come. It felt forced.
The fact that the your stepping away happened more earlier than we were ready for also kind of hindered that a little bit.
Yeah, the fact was that this was a decision. This was a decision that was out of my hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, because like I said, Bedford TV. I mean, by the way, I want to give a shout out to everyone at Bedford TV. Thank you for probably 5 of the most fun years of my life. I had a wonderful time working with so many amazing people. Among them, Greg Dolan, Brian Dorrington, Miss Julie Antresian. I had probably some of the best times of my life.
And if it weren't for the show at Bedford, I would not have proposed the way I did to my wife.
I saw the episode. I thought it was extremely heartfelt.
Does not want to be on camera.
she's got enough stuff on her plate.
Well, I mean, the show's also had a history of proposals that kind of,
Okay, it was the episode after the proposal.
I'm not talking about yours. I'm just saying in general, yours was actually very heartfelt.
Unfortunately, the show.
It was the timing.
100%
Okay,
the show, along with the rest of the world, came down with a sudden pandemic, which has held us for a very long time. But we're luckily on the other side of it now.
Right, the thing is, even when the pandemic subsided, and everyone went back.
Everyone moved. We all moved in separate ways.
We were all separate. I was basically bouncing around from job to job. I was just kind of struggling to make ends meet. You and Allison just recently got married.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have a kid on the way.
Yeah.
So it's
other personal life with us.
Unfortunately, we are down a member. Unfortunately, gone but not forgotten.
Gone but not forgotten. Basically, the first co-host, my best friend in the world, Zach Martinkus. Sadly, he did pass away in the interim. And
it's hard to find someone with that much enthusiasm and raw creative passion.
And it was hard for me to come back to do the show. Just because it's one of the first things. Even when I was excited when Sam came to me with the idea.
Yeah, we really should shout out for where we are now, because we are not in Bedford anymore.
No, not anymore. We are at Wilmington Community Television, courtesy of our good friend Sam Perkins. Amazing man, amazing husband, father, amazing worker, the exec producer here at Wilmington Community Television. And he wasn't always like that. He started out as a writer for Bedford, the Bedford Minuteman. And I know that because in our first year, mine and Zach's first year doing the Wrestling Connection, all the way back in 2014, we made the front page news of the Bedford Minuteman. I think that was actually right before everything went virtual, basically. So this was one of the last few physical copies of the Minuteman you could get, and there was me and Zach, plain as day, front page news, and who wrote the article on us? Sam Perkins. So the fact is, Sam was there at the beginning, and now he's here for another integral part of.
It feels kind of faded, honestly.
Yeah,
I think so too. And honestly, going back to my original point, when Sam originally came to me with the idea to kind of bring the show around, do kind of like a soft reboot of sorts. Initially I was excited. I was definitely excited. I'd love to get back to it, but it's just where I was, because I think this was a year or so after Zach passed. And the thing is, it was still a little raw. It was still a little too soon for me. And I was excited. We had entertained the idea.
We had entertained the idea during COVID.
During COVID,
when Zach was, Zach was still alive.
Yeah, flying the Wrestling Connection under our own flag. And of course, obviously, losing Zach kind of put a big wrench in those plans, because it's you can't do the Wrestling Connection. Like you said, he had this creative energy, this spark to him. And and vice versa, because I remember one of the first times I spoke to his parents, to Zach's mom, Mrs. Martinkus, and she told me that doing the show with me, with Jay, with everyone, gave Zach one of the greatest senses of belonging that he had ever had in his life. And it's the fact that as much as he inspired all of us, doing the show, and we kind of inspired him. We kind of inspired him to kind of just cut loose, just with these promo stylings, just coming out with face painted up like Sting. The Undertaker had like his big gold belt that I gave him. I think I gave him that big like gold championship belt. I think like in like high school, like it was when he was graduating high school.
Gotcha.
And it was like, okay, it had just been kind of gathering dust in my room. I'd gone a couple of years before, and it's like, you know what, Zach would love this more than I would. So, you know, it's like, here's kind of like a graduation gift from me to you. And Zach's face, I remember, lit up so much. It's like,
this is one of the things about wrestling in general also. It's right. You can watch the wrestling, you watch the product, you get invested, but you can only get invested to a point until you have others that you talk with it about. Until you have the community that you want to engage, because it's either you get the sounding booth where you get the excitement back and forth for everything that's happened, or you get the opposite opinion where, for example, we're going to mention this right now, we're shooting live right before night 1 of WrestleMania 41. So we have there's a big card that's going to be 2 nights long, and you can bet your bottom dollar a lot of people think that the show's going to go one way, where a lot of people think that it can go another. You got the main event, Cody and Cena.
Like
and
for WrestleMania Sunday.
Yeah, for WrestleMania Sunday. You got the triple threat main event, CM Punk's first main event of WrestleMania.
I mean, huge.
Which you have to always remember. I appreciate so much, Punk, but you got to remember, you called it night 1 of a bargain bin pay-per-view.
Night 1 of a buy one, get one extravaganza.
Yeah, like I'm super happy for him. I know how much it means to him, but
you also have to remember, like, I mean, he took WWE to task during his short stint in AEW. So this particular match. Let's kind of segue into this.
We're into wrestling.
Let's segue into this. So I mean, this match has so many layers to it, so many like reality-based layers, and the fact that you kind of feel for Rollins because he has a point. He has a point in that Punk is just back here to make money. Punk admitted he's back here to make money, and the thing is, a lot of Punk's happiness, a lot of joy about being the main event, again, does ring hollow because of his remarks in AEW, and Rollins has not acknowledged that as well. So basically, it's like, and then we also see the way Rollins has been emulating both Roman and Punk, like, you know, having the sit downs, the pipe bomb type promos, like, you know, the solemn attitude, even the tease of, you know, potentially having Heyman in his corner at some point down the road, maybe even as soon as tonight. Yeah. And it begs the question. I mean, as much as I would like to say that Punk takes this one because it's his first main event, is that the right choice?
What do you think, James? Because I have a thing I want to say at the end.
On what?
Oh, on the whole thing.
On Rollins Reigns?
Well, Rollins, Reigns, and Punk.
And Punk. Well, yeah. He's getting his main event.
Well, Punk's getting his main event.
Yeah. Punk's getting the main event. He's also got the story with Heyman. I'm reminded a little of the Hell in a Cell match. End of an era.
Oh.
The story.
Really?
The story-wise.
Shawn and H. Okay. You think this would be an end of an era kind of scenario?
Kind of. Not all. I think it's more going to be with Heyman.
So you think this is like the last 3 guys?
Is Heyman going to side with his best friend?
Separate kind of thing?
Maybe. I think more towards Heyman, though, with the storytelling.
You think Heyman's winding down, maybe?
Winding down? No, I don't.
I think it's
more of, is he gonna, of loyalty? Is he gonna go with his best friend? Is he gonna go with his tribal chief?
Or is he gonna go with Rollins? Or is he gonna go with the guy that, like, he quote unquote owes a favor to? Oh, thank you so much.
He helped create.
Oh yeah, thank you for not turning me into a greasy swath on the wrestling mat. Of course I owe you a favor.
So yeah, this is the thing I want to mention. This match has a lot more history than people really think. They just think about Punk wanting
Bringing in-
Rollins up along with Ambrose and Chris Hero, then Cassius Ohno, where they instead brought up Roman. But they were brought up because of a recommendation via Punk. But you also have to remember, Heyman brought Punk into WWE's ECW brand, so Heyman was also basically the catalyst for all them really getting a shot in general. It all leads back to Heyman.
Helped develop him in OVW.
Mm-hmm. And Heyman, who had his...
And even had his fingers in the cookie jar when he was in Ring of Honor.
Absolutely, and he was not best friends, but he was very important to the Council of the Wild Samoans.
Yep.
Afa and Sika, Roman Reigns' father and uncle. So he's had bits and pieces in every single part of the pie. So you have him knowing how big this is for Punk, who's talked with Punk even while Punk was not wrestling. You have him being the wise man to Roman Reigns, giving Roman finally his boost out of the mediocrity that Vince kept trying to give him, letting him turn heel and having believability because he has the advocate of Paul Heyman, not as an advocate, but as the wise man.
And this is something we talked at length so many times on the show. It was like, sometimes it just boiled down to just turn Reigns heel. It's just like so many times they had the chance to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you go back to his slog of a feud with Brock Lesnar. Like, I mean, his
first one at least.
Yeah, the first one at least. Well, I mean,
honestly, the first one I wasn't even that much against.
Oh, after he won the Rumble.
Like 30.
Well,
yeah,
well,
like
only,
up to 31.
well, only because Rollins got involved.
Rollins getting involved saved that match, but if you actually watched the match, if you actually muted the crowd, it was not a bad match.
It wasn't.
Move over to the main event of WrestleMania. Was it 33
35
or 34?
I think it was 35.
Whatever one we watched at your brother-in-law's
I think it was 35 actually.
It could maybe 35 because it would have been after Undertaker's retirement match.
Yeah,
maybe. So, but
I mean that was when they were ready to. That's when
35
It was 34. It was 34 because 35 was the women's main event. 36.
Okay,
was,
all right. So it was
34.
34.
Yeah.
So this is where
Roman
Vince
was coming back from
Vince was
cancer.
supposedly adamant. This is where we pulled the trigger on Roman. This is where we put him over Brock. And then it's like midway through the match, like the crowd is just the New Orleans crowd is just all over it. It was boring. And they just it was boring. Like we're talking above like Triple H technical masterpiece boring. Like, I mean, and Roman's been in one of those too.
Roman versus Triple H, WrestleMania 32, boring. WrestleMania 33 versus The Undertaker's supposed retirement match, boring and sad. WrestleMania
that is when they should have turned him heel.
The crowd absolutely turned on him.
WrestleMania
that next night.
And Vince, according to all the news outlets, called an audible, said, okay, you know what, Brock's going over because clearly no one's emotionally vested in Roman. No one buys Roman going over Brock.
Well, I mean, we could see it on camera. Brock throwing the title at him.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about it. It's been that long. His entire heel turn and heel run has happened while the show was on ice. Back when we had our last shows, we had the Purple Rain tribute song called Roman Reigns, where it was anyone but you, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
That's how long it's been since we've been gone. AEW was just a fledgling while we were on the air.
Yeah.
And they have gone on, and we've had back and forth. Cody is back in WWE as their top champion. A thing that no one thought was even possible. I mean, at any road ever.
So many things have happened. I mean,
Danielson's retired.
Brian Danielson's retired.
For the second time.
Vince McMahon's out of power. Triple H is in power.
Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar, two people that we thought would never go away, come back at some points. We haven't seen hide nor hair of them.
Knocking on wood.
I know.
Brock probably will.
Brock, I think, might come back. I just think it's going to be a lot longer, and I don't think it's going to be for matches. I think it's going to be like the Goldberg treatment. Like, he comes back, hits a few moves, and
it should have been... He should have been getting the Goldberg treatment like years earlier. Instead, they were just...
Smashy? Yeah.
Instead...
he had fun being he had fun being a face for a while.
Yeah.
I'll always remember him doing
Farmer Brock.
I'll always remember
Farmer
him
Brock.
doing the promo on top of the tractor, toss it, and Reigns just and winks at him.
Or beatbox Brock.
That was so
Beat
dumb.
Brock.
Or when Brock, as champion, entered the Rumble, and he was like, and I remember at one point when MVP had made his return at that point, and like, yeah, and Brock's like, Brock is dancing.
Brock was having the time of his life in the Royal Rumble. Big boy
Yeah.
with Keith Lee.
Oh my
Big
God,
boy.
Keith Lee! Oh my yeah, when Keith Lee was still around, and
Shelton
like,
Benjamin.
and it's like, oh.
Big
Pop
boy.
quiz, do you remember how he got eliminated?
I remember
Claymore.
Ricochet hit him with a low blow,
Yeah, Ricochet.
and McIntyre booted him over the top rope with a Claymore.
Heyman did not budge from this face the entire time. Oh, I felt so happy for Drew, like especially when he won.
When
And
Brock-
then-
When Brock wants to, he can perform. He
Brock,
can go.
I really think you just need to give Brock the right kind of booking, the right creative.
You look at him when he was
liberties.
younger, 30, like, what was it? 19. Underrated. Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle, even though
Yeah.
everybody remembers.
No, I mean
There is-
everyone remembers the botched shooting star.
There is enough.
But you
things
gotta
where
watch
if
that
a
one.
single thing went right, he would have hit it. Kurt was just a little too far away.
Yeah.
The ropes were just a little too
'Cause he-
slippery.
'cause
It's
you-
been-
Yeah, the problem was, I mean, the main problem was Kurt was just out of position.
yeah.
Yeah.
He made the rotation. He got it. The way Kurt was positioned though, he ends up jamming his.
And
head
if you go back and watch it, you can tell Kurt's trying to scooch, not making it look like, but he just
And
couldn't.
the irony is, both men ended up getting injured.
Yeah. Well, I think Kurt actually
Kurt was
started
a-
the match injured.
Kurt was already injured.
Kurt's neck was already broken.
When doesn't Kurt wrestle with an injury?
No, so
shout
I
out
mean,
to-
I mean, we're
Part
kinda,
of why he has his issues now.
I mean, we're kind of losing the narrative.
Yeah.
here. I mean,
It's first time back, man. It's tough.
First time back, we got to talk a little bit about Mania. It is Mania weekend.
We got to blow off. The
Yeah.
steam.
So
Okay.
we've already brought out night one main event. We got Roman, we got Rollins, we got Punk. Punk has Heyman in his corner, his best friend, Roman's wise man, Rollins puppet question mark. What do you think is going to happen?
I think Heyman may initially tease siding with Rollins, but ultimately it's either gonna be with Punk. He either leaves with Punk or Roman. Because here's the thing. Say he does leave with Rollins, I'm basically imagining it's going to be like a MJF Regal scenario. Admittedly, Regal was already on his way out of AEW.
I see what you mean.
So
Yeah.
basically, say Heyman does side with Rollins, but basically it's like, oh, he's celebrating with him. It's like Kalei, but then suddenly, boom, boot. Okay, the favor's up. Boot, stomp, leave Heyman sprawled in the laid out. So basically, yeah.
I don't think Heyman's
going.
going anywhere.
Well, no, I'm saying basically I'm saying it's going to be like MJF and Regal in the sense that Regal sees something in MJF, that's why he sided with him. But then MJF's like,
Yeah.
Max is
I
like,
don't need you.
I don't really need you.
gave me what I needed.
Same with Rollins, because here's the thing. Does Rollins really need an advocate? Does he
Not
really
really.
need a wise man or
Because he is
a-
the
a-
advocate. Or not the advocate,
or
the
voice-
architect.
or voice
He doesn't
piece?
need
no. I mean, he's all that built in. So he's
He's
his own.
He's a revolutionary, as he's like.
He's
He's
ex-
a visionary.
Exactly. So
I can see it.
So yeah.
Rollins has done a lot of legwork in this build-up. He has gone to Punk, and he has claimed over and over again how frustrated, how terrible it is that Punk's getting all these things that everyone's giving him the praises, and then he tries to do what he always does. He tries to manipulate Reigns into siding with Rollins.
I mean, but he's become kind of a broken record as a result. I mean, he keeps going back to the history of the Shield. He keeps going back to his animated history with Punk. I mean, so basically, the wild card in this is obviously Heyman. Mm-hmm. I mean, Rollins is just kind of there. He's just kind of in the background here.
So you think that Heyman's going to be a factor, and it's going to go the Regal MJF route, where Rollins is going to win with Heyman by his side, but he'll turn on him after?
I think so. I think so. I mean, as much as believe me, personally, I would like to see Punk win his first Mania event. I would like to see Punk get his main event flowers. But as it is, like, I mean, the way Rollins has built this up, he kind of has to win. Because, like, in his words, like, if you go to direction of Punk or you go to direction of Reigns, the company and pro wrestling as a whole is kind of screwed.
On my end, I'm glad that you brought up an angle from AEW to watch and somewhat mirror, because I take a different approach. I instead am taking the approach of Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve Strickland. The two men who hate each other so much they will do whatever it takes in order to get past each other, even through each other. So I'm instead actually going the path of Hangman Page versus Swerve Strickland versus the champion Samoa Joe. What I think is going to happen, where this is what I was hoping, was instead the favor being Heyman in Punk's corner, which makes sense because of how emotional it is. Instead, it was going to be whoever wins the main event of night one goes to the main event of night two. Or should I say, at least, if Punk wins the main event of night one, he goes to night two. But this still works. Rollins has one more thing that they don't talk about. They only talk about during the matches. He has never lost directly to Roman Reigns. He has never been pinned or submitted by Roman.
Or Seth.
I mean Rollins, yeah.
Seth and Roman.
Well, no, Seth has never
Seth
been...
has never lost to Roman, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like the last time they had...
yeah, we're talking Seth, not Punk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the last time Seth and Roman had a match, it was the Royal Rumble, and Roman got disqualified because of fun referee shenanigans.
Yeah.
Ref accidentally put Rollins' hand on the foot. But yeah, I think there's going to be a moment where Seth is going to be put in the guillotine by Roman. He's almost to the ropes. He's almost going to get out of it in some way. And then he's going to see Punk getting up, getting ready to finish the match in some way. And he gives up the one thing he has, his undefeated streak against Roman, just to spite Punk. Because if you have your main event, there's no way in hell I'm going to let you win it.
I mean, he was adamant. I mean, he had a meltdown over Punk getting that main event blessing.
And I think that's going to happen. I think Punk's going to be inconsolable. Heyman's going to be trying to console Punk. Roman's going to see that he's worried for Punk instead of celebrating with Roman. I think Roman's going to cut ties, and Roman's finally going to be on his own.
I mean, because he's pretty much already on his own. I mean, they've more or less acknowledged that the bloodline has basically split.
I would honestly say the original bloodline, especially with comments from Roman and Jay, they're not going to be around much longer. And I don't just mean as a unit, I mean wrestling.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we've heard rumors that, I mean, Jay is
Roman
approaching the end of his career.
Maybe a year or two left.
Roman's got a year or two left. I mean, Jimmy's just kind of there right now.
I get the feeling if once Jay's gone, Jimmy's not sticking around. I think they came into this together. They leave together.
And I mean, and that it's funny you mentioned Jay and Jimmy, because I mean, the other championship match that like I'm curious about is Jay challenging Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, here's the thing. This is another one where, like I said, in my words, Jay kind of has to win. Not just from a storyline standpoint. We're talking from a meta standpoint. Jay has to win, because this is the fourth different world champion he has challenged. He's already challenged Gunther once. He's challenged Priest. He's challenged Rollins, all at different points in time for the World Heavyweight Championship. And while Jay has come close each and every single time, he ultimately ends up coming just short. With Gunther, it wasn't even really all that close the first time around, anyway. So, and I mean, and the thing is, they've been doing some interesting build-up here. Like, I mean, they took a botch from Jay and turned it into like an integral part of the storyline, where it's like he's making mistakes left and right. He's nervous. He's almost scared of what's going to happen with him and Gunther. Can he get the job done? Can he finally, push across the world championship threshold and finally like get the acknowledgement and respect that comes with having a moniker like Main Event Jey Uso? And he has to. He has to win, because here's the thing. if they're not going to I mean, I'm going all in on Jay to win, because if they don't put him over here,
it's pretty much
he's never getting over. He's never going to win the big one. This is I think the what's that called, like the watermark, that this is where he has to
do or die. Like there's things like that.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think Jay would actually has a shot over Gunther?
I mean, you have to at this point. You kind of have to.
And I mean, it was kind of a middling storyline until they brought Jimmy in.
Yeah.
Saying, "Hey, okay, I can see you're nervous, but this isn't the Jey Uso that I grew up with. This isn't the Jey Uso who showed why he's called main event. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to fight Gunther like you should be fighting Gunther." So he goes out there. Yeah, of course, Jimmy loses. He puts in a gallant effort, though. Okay. And you know what? Suddenly, Gunther, there's some extracurricular activities. Gunther's beating up on him. And then here comes Jay to the rescue, fights him off. And then seemingly...
Gets bloodied up.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. As he's bringing Jimmy to the back, suddenly Gunther comes right back, storms right back out. Starts laying into both brothers. He zip ties Jay to the ring. And he like you said, he just lays into Jimmy. He just beats him into a bloody spot on the mat.
I just realized something. Has Jimmy ever won a singles match? I don't think he has.
I mean, that isn't...
I mean, he's primarily tag team, but Jay's been doing his own thing. I don't think Jimmy's ever won a singles match.
No, I think he did. No, he did get... I think he did get an upset... He did get an upset win over McIntyre a few weeks ago.
Really?
On SmackDown. This was kind of when, like...
Oh, Damian Priest gets in.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, I mean, that's the irony is, Jimmy made the storyline better by basically sacrificing himself for his brother Jay, and
Big
now
Jim.
Big Jim,
Big brother Jim,
Big Jim, and like seeing Gunther basically bathing in Jimmy's blood, and now it's like they said on the show, it's galvanized Jay. Now it's like, now he's got to focus. Now he intends on making Gunther pay. It's given that storyline, it's given that match the emotional gravitas I think it sorely needed. Like instead of just feeling like a mid-card match, now it feels like a world title match. Now it feels personal. Now it feels heavy. And now we not only need to see Jay win, we want to see Jay win.
Yeah. One of the things I will say definitely about the match in general is... So, I would personally say they have done so much with the titles about titles can be held for long periods of time that they don't need to break it up months period. So now you can't really judge a person by how long they held a belt as to whether or not they're ready to drop it. Right. Roman obviously has held it for as long as he is, but Rollins also had it for a very long time too. Cody has now had it for a year.
The WWE, the WWE Championship.
Yeah, from Mania to Mania. So you can't say, well, Gunther has held it for so many months, so now it's the right time to take it off. You don't know anymore. This is a thing that Triple H has done ever since he took over. He's said that the titles matter, and the title comes off only when the time is right. So, is this the time to take it off? That's the thing. Jay, 100%. The problem with after Jay wins, which I honestly think he does too, but where do you go from there? Are you just going to go to more people? It's like, you got it off of a fluke, so I'm going to show you how it's really done. And then who challenges him?
I mean,
maybe Breaker.
Maybe Breaker. I mean,
Breaker, but I think they're moving him to a babyface role, though. It looks like, or an anti-hero.
I mean, Breaker's kind of already in the anti-hero.
Yeah, I think he's kind of similar with Rollins. He can basically fill pace or heel.
The guy's a Steiner. He beats everyone up.
Did you guys see the Steiner math?
The Steiner math.
Oh yeah.
Well, good for him. He didn't even fumble. That was good for him on that one.
Especially going into the next world title match with Cody.
I know. So
you got to think on those too.
I mean, the big shocker coming out of that one. Oh, actually, no. Let's go to Breaker first.
So the Fatal 4-Way?
The Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship. Breaker defending against Penta, who's making his WrestleMania debut, versus Finn Balor, versus, honestly, I think...
the actual underdog, probably the one who we think might win.
Yeah, the dirty underdog.
That's the thing. We want Breaker to be in the main event, but he can't do that as long as he's the IC champ.
Well, technically he could,
but they don't. But they want to
four-way.
leave the belt for the mid card to actually fight over.
Exactly. So
I have my pick on that one.
Okay.
This may surprise. I'm going with Dominic. I think
I am too.
I think
Sam.
Because
as odd as it is, it
draw a
just
storyline
works.
between him and Finn.
The fans are starting to get behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this: his moves are getting more crisp. He's pulling, he's actually running into the 619. He's pulling it off better. You
have to remember, he's working. It's not just he's working alongside Finn Balor. Finn Balor has trained people. Finn Balor trained Becky Lynch.
Right.
Finn knows how to do this. So if he's watching matches, he's letting them know how to do this. So you have a match with Penta, who it's his debut. So he just being in the mix is already pretty huge for him in general.
Right.
Finn Balor would be considered the odds-on favorite if Braun Breaker were not to win, should he have to drop it. But then you have Dom, who has the connection with everyone else. Finn's actually isolated himself from the rest of them by trying to turn himself into the leader.
Right, and not to mention that Finn keeps harping on the point that Dom doesn't exactly have the most sterling WrestleMania record, in that he's lost to his dad twice. Mm-hmm. Overall, he's 0-3. So he's due. He's definitely due for a big win, and.
He lost to Miz and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
But then what's Finn Balor's record?
Not much better.
Not much better.
I'm struggling to think of a single Mania match he's won. I'm that's on me. There's a good chance he has, but every singles match, I can't remember a single one. He's the triple threat he had with Rollins and Miz. He didn't win.
I think
Edge he lost to.
I don't know if
As
it was
the
a
Demon
Mania.
too,
I don't know
that
if it was a
character's
Mania match.
tainted.
I remember him beating Lashley and Leo Rush in a handicap match.
That was not Mania. I don't think, at least, because I remember that, and then they went into him doing the Demon versus Lashley, and then he lost
I think that was like a go home.
He won that.
He did win that. He won that. That actually might have been Mania.
Yeah.
So he had
Demon,
one match against Lashley.
Who did he face at 35? I think he won that match.
That might have been it.
That was
against Lashley.
No, WrestleMania 35. I think that was him versus Miz versus Seth.
That was 34.
No, 35 was it was main evented by the women triple threat.
Right.
So if I'm not last, I'm first. It was Rollins versus Brock.
Yeah.
Rollins versus Brock. Okay.
So it had to be the year before that was the triple threat.
Because Brock was like, nope, we're going on first.
Yeah, it's tough. They do merge if you don't look at it.
That was the long one. That was the long Mania, the 8 hour.
I'd look it up, but there's always that there's a little that thing that there's that stigma about being on your phone on camera.
There's a lot of matches on the show.
I'm sure someone out there in podcast land will correct us on.
Of course.
Logan Paul's on his phone all the time when he's.
Hey, he's actually shooting. How dare you make me defend Logan Paul? How dare you?
Prime is pretty tasty, so.
No, okay, no, I won't defend that. I sell the stuff. I won't defend that. But no, I've watched his camcorder shooting the frog splashes. That's pretty nice.
So now we're segueing into another match. Yeah. Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. This is one of the matches on the card that, from a athletic perspective, it's exciting.
Yeah.
But from a storytelling perspective, it's just kind of
a lot of matches, unfortunately, can be like that.
Yeah.
Because it's just I remember Karrion Kross just posted a promo recently.
I watched that
promo.
Well,
no, yeah, you sent it to me.
It was so good.
Basically highlighting how this should have been a more emotionally intense match, because basically Logan is representing everything that's wrong with the advent of pro wrestling, in that celebrities are coming in thinking they can do what wrestlers like Karrion Kross and AJ Styles have been plying their craft for years and years and years, basically sacrificing their livelihoods, their bodies, their souls, their blood, their sweat, their tears, and all that. And here comes Logan making it look easy, making it look like clockwork. And it's just like, this doesn't matter to him. This is just extra notoriety to him.
Just like Jimmy made the story work for Gunther and Jay, Karrion Kross to me has made the story work for AJ.
Well, he's
and Logan.
trying
he's
to make
trying,
it.
but there is nothing else you can latch to, so I'm latching on hard.
I mean,
Karrion
he's-
Kross, for all the things I said about you, I applaud your storytelling.
His
'cause
storytelling,
this is incredible.
his character work. He's basically like, he wants to bring. Here's the thing. He's saying, look, you can still be the high five and no one breaking this redneck AJ Styles, but it's like, that doesn't mean you can't have vibes of the same AJ Styles who turned on Cody Rhodes and was willing to do anything to be WWE champion. Like, you can still have that vibe and still be beloved, but it's and respected. That's what he's trying to bring out of AJ.
You cannot forget your past. We all remember what we've done at every step. You need to use it and embrace it.
He's basically trying to bring up the fact that he's trying to magnify like the gray area of professional wrestling. Like, oh, it's so black and white, heels and faces. Like, and we forget that there's always that gray area, like with the anti-heroes, the anti-villains. Basically, those like obviously, I'll give you a classic example: Stone Cold, someone who was an anti-hero, basically who would just beat up everyone just for the heck of it, and people loved it. It didn't matter.
Yep.
Didn't matter who he stunned. Didn't matter who he hit with a steel chair. Didn't matter who he beat the crap out of. People loved Stone Cold. Just because, like, he was morally gray. He was morally ambiguous.
He embodied people's very, very real desires of attacking your boss.
Exactly.
Who's been held down by the boss to the point you're allowed to retaliate, and you don't lose your job. Instead, you are more beloved for it. You're not going to get that anywhere but wrestling.
Exactly.
So it's very good.
So I mean, that's what Karrion's trying to do, and like you said, I applaud him for that. So I mean, but here's the thing. Now we go back to Logan and AJ. I mean, is this kind of AJ's swan song? Because he's been kind of hinting at it here and there.
He said before he doesn't want to keep going that long.
Exactly.
He's done at 50.
He said, 100%. He will not wrestle at 50.
Oh yeah, like that's like the absolute cutoff.
It really sucks. Danielson's gone. He's getting rid. Like, the people that we're watching, they're starting to really hang it up.
Right.
It's getting close to it, at least.
As opposed to others who really should have hung it up sooner. Jericho.
Yeah, Jericho. I appreciate you, man, but stop being the person in the limelight.
Okay, yeah.
But moving on from that.
I gotta go with Logan. I think Logan takes it. I think Logan takes it. I mean, I think AJ's just here basically just to elevate Logan even further.
Has Logan had he's had a win as a tag champ?
He's had a tag champ win.
Tag champ win.
He's lost to Rollins.
Yep, he 100% lost to Seth.
So I think, as far as I remember, he's 1-1. If I remember.
Oh wait, no! Didn't he have the U.S. title match last
year? And he retained, so he's 2-1.
So he's actually not doing terrible.
He's not doing too bad.
So he can afford a he can afford a loss.
I mean, he can afford a loss, but it's like, I mean,
he lost the reins at Saudi in one of the Saudi shows for the title. But that didn't really hurt him because it's Roman Reigns.
If we're going with the mindset of Jay winning the world championship, the fact that Logan's on Raw. I mean, honestly,
it's not bad.
That wouldn't be a bad first opponent. So honestly, that's why I'm going with Logan to win, because it would set him up as a future world title contender.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I'm gonna go with Logan too. That's not a bad shout. Also, AJ losing, it's not gonna hurt him too much. It will bolster more feuds, especially if Cross keeps pushing and on other people saying, "Why did you lose? Why did you fail us?" And that could be more of a redemption story for AJ.
Right. I mean, going a bit off. I mean, for a second, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal last night on SmackDown. Were you guys like kind of all surprised by the outcome with
Carmelo?
With Carmelo Hayes winning?
I mean, not really.
Eliminating Andrade again?
It could be, but they also want to push a person that they think will be an up-and-comer. If we're out of Vince's thing where he's just doing it for the sake of having people on the card, and you're actually trying to use it to bolster people, like they put it on Baron Corbin because they expect him to be more of a main eventer.
Right.
They put it on Cesaro, and then the moment that happened, they also gave him to Heyman, hoping that would work. It didn't work because Vince doesn't he doesn't think he could cut a promo, I guess.
Yes.
But
he doesn't like people who can't speak English.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Or speak it properly the way he wants to. What happened with Luke Harper. Can't do the proper Southern accent. So, Triple H, what do you do with this? This is my Battle of the Super Juniors. This is the person to look out for. Carmelo Hayes is a young person, up-and-comer, big following, back when he was in NXT. This is the person who can move forward.
And what I think is finally making him click with the audience, ironically, is Miz. And I know I'm a big Miz fan. I know. I mean, but the thing is, Miz has become kind of a player coach alongside him. Like he's competing, but as you saw in the Battle Royal, like he basically sacrificed. He willingly, not like accidentally, like some heels do. He willingly sacrificed himself to give Carmelo a chance to win. And like he's encouraging him, he's bolstering him, he's giving him confidence day after day, and it's just week after week. And it's like this, I think, is a great role for him. And you can tell Miz is motivated.
Yeah. Like
he looks good, he sounds good. He's probably in the best shape I've seen him in the last few years.
So one of the things that you always have to pay attention to with the Miz.
Right.
You can question his wrestling ability. I think he's a really good wrestler. I think he's definitely owned it, considering how long he's been there. But the one thing you'll always say about The Miz, he will always have TV time. He is a talker, and he'll always get the stories going. Right. So if you're paired with The Miz, you're going to have TV time. You're going to have screen time, which means that's the time where you're going to be able to improve. So if you're putting someone like Carmelo Hayes that you want to have a good future, you put him with someone who can show him the ropes on how to keep a story going.
He's a mover. And it's like, okay, like he was, I mean, at the time, I mean, Carmelo was like drifting. He was like, oh yeah, he's like the first round draft pick. But it's like, okay, we've seen in other sports genres, first round draft picks don't always work out that well. Mm-hmm. I mean, so and it's the same case here where it's like, okay, yeah, he's had some good matches. He had that great series with Andrade, but it's like, but now what? Now what? And suddenly here comes Miz over to SmackDown, and it seems like, oh, okay, this is Miz trying to desperately form an alliance with someone to find a new tag team, and it's like, oh, Mellow Don't Miz, that's a cute name. Mellow Don't Miz. I kind of had to roll I had to roll my eyes at that one. I mean, I appreciate a good pun.
It's a hell of a lot better than Miz Show.
Yeah, but no.
Show Miz.
Show Miz. And it's like you can definitely tell he's having fun with it. He's definitely more motivated, and like we've seen that with Miz over the last few years. Like I mean, like he's been expanding his moveset.
I will say
his IC title reigns.
His best modern run. It's tough to say because he did really well with Karrion Kross, Day with the White Six. But remember when he had to show how motivated he was when he was challenging Gunther?
Right.
That was such a good storyline for him.
That turned him face.
It was getting to the point where I was honestly hoping he won.
He got people cheering for him, almost getting a 3 count. You don't get that for the Miz until Miz actually pushes it out and then shows people why he's as good as he is.
Exactly, because you remember how much it's because of the Intercontinental title. You remember how much that meant to him. You remember how much he tried to make the championship mean something again.
Yeah.
And it's like, you also remember, for anyone like who's like a numbers junkie like myself, like you remember how close he was to breaking the all-time record as like the longest reigning Intercontinental champion. Yeah. Like he's a reign away from tying Jericho. He was like 30 days away from breaking Pedro Morales' record for most days as Intercontinental champion. Mm-hmm. He's right there. He's like, this is Pedro, this is Miz, right there. That's how close he is.
It's really tough considering the caliber of competitors now for the IC title.
Exactly.
Breaker and Gunther is such a benchmark.
It is.
Two IC title holders.
So I mean, and I think it's going to be interesting to see, like, going back to the Intercontinental title, like, see what happens if Dominic wins, like. And here's the thing: what's going to be his first match? Does he, like, obviously, do we see? Like,
that'll also set up a storyline between him and Finn.
Oh yeah,
Finn,
exactly.
Whenever JD's
do something similar, to the Bloodline.
Do we see Balor splinter off from the Judgment Day, or do we see Dominic even splinter off from the Judgment Day? Maybe well, I'm leaving and I'm taking Liv with me, and Liv's like,
Liv and Carlito, yeah.
I mean, she likes him when he's champ. So
I guess, but so
okay.
So I mean, I think I honestly
JD
think
goes with Finn.
Well, I got to go with Dominic. Take the title.
Wow. All that was just for who wins the IC belt. Yeah, no, 100% I think Dominic too.
No.
Wow.
Just story-wise.
Ahoy, man. This is good. All right. I'm going to push because there are so many matches on this card, but there's only 2 women's matches. So I want to talk about the women's triple threat between Io, and Bianca.
Honestly, I wanted to talk about the WWE Women's Championship just to get it out of the way.
I know. I want it. We like all 3 of these wrestlers.
I mean,
what kind of storyline was this? Rhea lost her match against Io because she took her hands off the ball.
And then she whined.
And then she was petty about it.
And now, I mean, the only aspect of this storyline that makes sense is Io being upset that Bianca and Rhea are trying to make it more about them and basically shunting the champion out to the side here. It's like, that actually kind of reminds me of, like, the triple threat feud with Batista, Orton, and Daniel Bryan from, like, 2014. Because it's like Bryan had his business going on with Triple H. Batista was getting into it on the microphone with Stephanie, and Orton, who was champion, was kind of like off to the side, just kind of like lost in the shuffle here. And now you kind of almost have the same thing. Io's getting lost in the shuffle.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me WrestleMania 20. It was supposed to be Triple H versus Benoit, if I recall correctly, and Shawn Michaels entered himself.
Right.
And Chris was the Royal Rumble
winner.
He was supposed to go in it. And they said, "You're not the main eventer here. We are. We're the ones who have this are carrying this card. You're nothing. You're not."
Because we were still in the very heat moment of Triple H versus Shawn Michaels. He wanted to finish it at Mania.
I just want to offer a disclaimer. We are talking about Chris Benoit, the wrestler.
The wrestler.
Not the piece of shit.
Not the character, not the person who had many
who had a
head injuries.
We do not condone.
Correct.
The tragic human figure. We're talking about the wrestler as he was during his heyday. That's who we're talking about. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there, so like we don't get
we're not promoting him
blown up on message boards. So like because we're able to differentiate between the human being he was, unfortunately, and the wrestler he was in the ring. How passionate he was. So so back to what you were talking about. Like, so yeah, I see the parallels. I mean, I see like where Rhea tried to insert herself back into the championship feud, just like Shawn Michaels did with Triple H and Benoit. And I mean, the problem is she just did it so pettily. Like you said, she was so is that a word? Petulant. Thank you. She was so petulant about it, and so much so that it's like, the GM was like, no, I'm not just gonna let you sign back into this. You're gonna have to earn it. And then when that did. And so she got her championship rematch with Bianca as special referee. Oh, gee, I wonder how that's going to go. And
it doesn't matter if the Raw counts to 3. Sorry.
So there, basically, Bianca basically just threw the match out just because. And then it's like, okay, and then like the GM's like, okay, fine, you get your triple threat. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Kaloo.
Hope he got his drink after that one.
No, well. Yeah,
Nick Aldis always seems like he's ahead. Adam always feels so far behind.
And that's basically Adam Pearce's mindset every week. Is like, I need a drink. I need a drink. He's even said it on there. I need a drink.
So
that's why I said it.
We do not like the build-up. But this is a triple threat between Rhea, Io, and Bianca, arguably the 3 best female wrestlers.
Or 3 probably the most
roster.
athletically inclined.
Yeah. So, who do you think? Rhea won last year against Becky.
I mean...
Bianca's the Royal Rumble winner, and no one is paying attention to Io, which makes her a sleeper.
Io is a sleeper. I mean, I would almost have to go with Bianca just because, like, I mean, there's going to be the fallout with Naomi and Jade, which is like basically the first women's match, I think, on a WrestleMania. I think they've even said it's the first women's match on a WrestleMania card not involving a championship.
Oh. Yeah.
And I mean, there's going to be fallout from that. I mean, so I think the intrigue is going to be if Bianca comes out with a championship, where does that leave her and Jade? Or where does that leave her and Naomi, for that matter? So what happens there? I mean, does Bianca simply bring the championship over to SmackDown? Does she remain on Raw as a women's world champion? So, I mean, like I said, what happens to her 2 seemingly former friends? I mean, what happens there? I think there's a certain level of intrigue there with her as champion and the obvious, the rumored upcoming match with her and Jade Cargill. Mm-hmm. So I think there's more intrigue with a Bianca Belair championship win.
I also agree with that, just because of the fact that we actually do have elements outside of this match. Like you said, Naomi and Jade Cargill, depending on if she were to turn, Naomi helping her maybe win the triple threat, which could lead to having the Bianca versus Jade Cargill match.
And I'll just throw it out there right now. Jade wins. Jade, that's probably one of the easiest predictions I'm going to make.
Her to have her become
Jade goes over Naomi. I don't think it's going to be a squash.
It's all it is.
If we're running through these quickly, I do want to say, Charlotte, what are you doing? The Charlotte Tiffany thing where she's going off script first.
I mean, extremely unprofessional.
Tiffany has to win.
I agree. I think Tiffany, if nothing
absolutely.
else, Charlotte should not be rewarded just because she's Ric Flair's daughter.
Because of her attitude.
Yeah. She's done this to a lot of people, and now she's back. I understand that she's hurt because of all the things that happened in her life outside of it, but that does not allow you to be unprofessional.
At this point, she has done more damage to this feud than she has to her face.
Oh, yeah. I like the way she used to look. I'm sorry. That's just too much plastic surgery for me.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you think Tiffany...
I mean,
also has to go over just to... Yeah. I think if you're also pushing for the future of the women's division...
Tiffany wins. Yeah. Tiffany goes over. She has to go over.
It would be more memorable if Tiffany wins.
100%.
I mean, I think it just has to happen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and here's another one that I think kind of has to happen just basically because, like, they've lost all their heat as heels. New Day has to win the world title.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think just because, like, maybe we see a Big E cameo, maybe something happens, like, maybe he tries to help the War Raiders, but it kind of backfires.
I think they're going to win. I think they're going to go up the ramp with the titles. I think E's going to come out, try to go for a reconciliation, like, congratulating them for winning the belts, and I think they're going to walk past them.
I think so. I actually, you know what, that is a good idea, because then hopefully it'll segue into something very.
It'll remind people of why they had as much heat as they did.
Exactly, because they've definitely cooled off, and it's just like
it was so hot. It was white hot. It was white hot, and then they got nothing. They just had the fallout of everyone just turning against
Dominic
them.
level
because even Dominic
was like, man,
Dominic's like,
bro.
I don't want anything.
Yep.
I don't want anything to do with you guys.
Right.
Kofi's like, mom's here watching me wrestle. And she's like, I hate what you've become.
just like, God dang.
It was so good, but then it just nothing happened.
They did nothing with it. Because I think they thought maybe they could cruise into Mania, coasting on that heat.
Right.
And the problem is, as soon as they were away for a couple of weeks, it just died out.
So we're close to the wrap up, which means we missed a lot of matches we want to talk about. We didn't talk about the LA Knight match.
We didn't really talk about
I mean, Jacob's winning the U.S. title, no doubt.
I honestly disagree. I think Soul's going to accidentally cost him, and I think it's going to lead to that. But that's me. Yeah. But the match that we need to talk about, because it's something that no one ever thought would ever happen again.
Main event.
Cody Rhodes, WWE Champion, versus heel John Cena at behest of The Rock, trying to take the WWE Championship away.
Just
away.
Retiring with it, walking.
Of all the promos, his first promo was incredible.
Yep. Until Cody came out.
You don't get new merch. You dress like me. I don't dress like you idiots. You don't get new music? A new music. That's my voice on that song, and your time's finally up, and my time's finally now. The moment I heard that, I was sold. Everyone's reaction, because everyone was like, he's a new heel. What do we get? He's 100% right. He called us all for what we were, which was entitled. Because that's what we are when we watch wrestling. We're excited to see it. We feel we deserve it because if something new is going to happen, we should be seeing something new.
Yeah.
What was it that Brian called us? I mean, Daniel Bryan once...
Fickle.
Thank you. Fickle. Extreme. I mean, he's not wrong.
Not wrong at all.
He's not wrong. So, and neither is Cena. And that's the thing.
I think that promo, it kind of leveled out. Not leveled out, but I mean, because left him with his Johnson in his hand.
Yeah. Oh.
When Cody came out, he just walked out.
Pardon James French.
Yeah. Oh, I gotcha. I got one. Hey, the most recent promo. I honestly think the last.
This isn't Bedford TV. We're not overly Christian. Sam's already cleared us.
Force a habit.
Yeah.
Yesterday's promo I thought was kind of weak. Honestly,
I mean,
I like what Cody said. But it was like, you call me under. I was like, you're overrated. You have a dime. You have a stack of dimes on your neck. You have weak legs.
You have spindly legs.
You called me.
That one was pretty good last night.
Meanwhile, you're walking around naked on. So I was like, we've had a lot of back and forth. Who wins?
It's got to be Cena.
Kind of
has to.
Does it got to be
with the heel turn?
I mean, because there's a lot of conjecture that this is very similar to the Hogan heel turn, but here's the thing: when Hogan and the NWO eventually came to WWE, what happened within a couple months? Hogan turned face because the crowd wanted him back. They welcomed him back. They embraced him. The fact that he made this heel turn, the fact that they saw him on the other side, it's like now we love you even more. And that's what made him work, at least for those couple of years, like from 02 to 05.
If Cena wins and he goes on the MJF, we're getting close to time.
Right.
If he pulls the MJF run and now that he's the champ, it's now a race against the clock to stop him. Yeah. I think that's a bigger story.
It's a bigger story.
Than Cody going over, and then we have to find the next.
But the thing is, he's made it clear he's just going to leave. He
said he's going down. He plans on winning everything else, and he's going to retire with it. It doesn't mean he's stopping the moment he wins. That's what I think. He could put it away and bring back the spinner belt just to.
Oh God,
it's scary, but I think
it would work for the story.
The Rock has literally not been a part of this at all. They tried so hard, with the exception of one or two mentions. They tried so hard to leave him out. He's going to come back. He's going to cost Cody. This is the cost. I
think Stone Cold comes back too.
Maybe
because they've talked about it. They talked about the missed opportunity from last year. I think we see a Stone Cold cameo here.
That was a little on Austin. Austin also said it takes him a lot to leave the ranch in Nevada. They are in Nevada, so he didn't have to leave very far.
Now they're in Vegas, so
Yeah.
So we are looking towards possibly a Cena heel championship run. One that maybe people are actually excited to see.
Yeah.
Honestly, like you said, we haven't seen much
like in him breaking Ric Flair's record. In reality,
Ric Flair said he's okay with it, although he's also gone on record and said he'll climb over barricades to stop it from happening.
But that's also
which, by all means, Rick, run your fastest.
Okay. Yeah. So
have another heart attack.
No, right. I think
not that I'm wishing ill will.
The only reason I say
disclaimer.
Just because, like you said, we haven't seen much of The Rock. Just so, Cena comes so close. Mm-hmm. So close. He did everything he could, and it's just it wasn't enough. He laid everything out there. He sacrificed everything. He basically cast everything and everyone aside. And what did it get him? Nothing. And then when we hit our lowest, we are open to the greatest change. That means, maybe Rock comes out, casts Cena to the side, And it's just like, okay, I go with someone new. I go with someone fresh. Maybe that's where Rollins comes in, like you, as you pointed out with the night one main event. Maybe he goes with someone new, and now Cena has to wonder, where do I go from here? Do I simply walk off into the sunset, or do I come back and try to redeem myself, a la Hogan 2002, 2003?
I mean, some of Cena's greatest opponents of all time are actually with the company. You got your Punk, you got your Orton, like you said before.
That's true also. So yeah. I mean,
you got your Roman Reigns rematch where the roles are reversed in a way.
Roles are reversed in Orton and Punk too.
Yeah. This is why Cena getting the belt works with.
Yeah, I will tentatively agree with you guys and go with Cena just because, like I said, there is a little more intrigue there. I mean, I still think that maybe they might go the other way with this,
it's possible.
But
you listen to Cody's reactions last night.
I'll go with Cena.
He was getting booed.
Yeah,
and then he turned that around too.
He did. Good on Cody for turning that crowd, because I did not think it was going to.
This was more like the Roman Reigns Cena program from promo from
2017,
18.
Was it 17 or 18?
It was right after the.
It was no mercy. It was no mercy.
Right after the Taker match. That was 18.
Okay. Yeah.
Or no. Taker match was 07.
We'll have to check.
It was 07.
Check our sources.
All right. But
sources.
But next time we talk, Mania will happen. And think about it. Next time we talk, this is not a one-off. We are coming back. This show it's off reboot. But we are coming back, and honestly, I'm proud to be here.
I am too.
I'm proud to be here too.
Looking forward to it.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. Like, I mean, it's a whole it's a whole new world, a whole new connection.
Whole new ceiling.
The world has grown. We just got to connect to it.
Yeah. And you just gotta connect. You just gotta connect to us. And hopefully we'll be coming to you again very soon here at the Wrestling Connection here at Wilmington Community Television. This is Ken Hill reminding you, as always, be connected, get connected,
stay connected.
Have a good night and enjoy Wrestlemania, everyone. And of course, happy Easter.
Oh, now you show up.
I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the Wrestling Connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
Oh yeah!